What is up, guys? It is me, Max, back again with another guitar tutorial. And right now we're gonna take a look at You Me at 6 back again. Beautiful song, in my opinion one of the best ones to come out this week. It absolutely blew me away by how good it actually is. And we've got two guitars playing here, a rhythm guitar as well as a lead guitar, and you heard me play both of those at the same time in the intro of this very video, obviously assisted by my little looper down there. And we're gonna take a look at how to play both of those guitars so that you can basically just choose which one you want to play along with, the rhythm or the lead. And it is actually not too hard. We've got like 3 basic chords as the main theme for our rhythm guitar, and the solos that we have to play in the chorus, intro, and interlude are not too difficult either. So without any further ado, let's jump into the song. What's interesting about the intro is that it is very similar to the actual chorus because we've got the exact same lead melody and we've got a similar chord progression. It is very different to play, but it is very similar in sound. We start off with that chord progression, and we start by putting our first finger onto the 8th fret over the 1st and 2nd string. We put our second finger onto the 9th fret on the 3rd string, and we only need those 3 strings. Like that, we go down once and that is it. Then we move from here over to here. We've now got our first finger on the 7th fret on the 3rd string, our second finger on the 7th fret on the 1st string, and our 3rd finger on the 8th fret on the 2nd string. We go down once as well. So we've got the first one, the second one, and then we stay in the exact same position, so in this D shape, and slide down 2 more frets with each finger. So now we've got the first finger on the 5th fret on the 3rd string, the second finger on the 5th fret on the 1st string, and the 3rd finger on the 6th fret on the 2nd string. That is our last chord. We do that once. And then we go back up. That is the entire thing here. That is all we do in the intro with the rhythm guitar. And now let's take a look at that solo melody, which, as I said, is also used in the chorus. We start the melody off like this, by putting our 3rd finger onto the 12th fret on the 1st string. We pick that once. And then we put the 2nd finger onto the 10th on the 2nd string, pick that 3 times and then twice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now we go 8, 10, 8 on the 1st string with our first finger on the 8th and our 3rd finger going onto the 10th like this. Very simple. So we've got, we do that once more. Now we put our 3rd finger onto the 15th on the 1st string, pick that once. And now we go 3 times and then once more 3 times on the 15th on the 2nd string with our 2nd finger. Then we put our first finger onto the 12th on the 1st string, and then we jump onto the 10th on the 2nd string. So we go like that. And in the end, we put our 2nd finger onto the 15th on the 1st string, pick that twice and slide up onto the 17th. Like that, so twice the 15th and once the 17th. And that is the entire melody. like that. With the intro, it is the exact same thing as with the chorus. You have to choose whether you want to play the rhythm guitar or the lead guitar. Best case scenario, grab a friend and just have the two of you playing the song together, but I myself like to mix it up. Sometimes I go for the chords and just power through the song, sometimes I go for the melody, but that is totally up to you. In the verse, we finally get acquainted with two of the main three chords of the song that we need, because we've got this intro chord progression that we have sprinkled in there at some point, but what I like to do is just go during the verse, because that's basically all we need here. It's a very calm part and we can just accommodate that by going with our main chords here. First one is the F. We put our first finger onto the first fret over the second and first string. We put our second finger onto the second fret on the third string. We put our third finger onto the third fret on the fifth string, and we put our pinky onto the third fret on the fourth string. And now we have to mute the sixth string. We can either do that with our thumb up here or with our third finger. And what I recommend you do is go with the thumb. It makes it way easier and a bit cleaner in my opinion. And then we move from that F onto an A minor. We've got our first finger on the first fret on the second string, second finger on the second fret on the fourth string, and third finger on the second fret on the third string. And that is basically all we do in the verse. We just go F, A minor, and back and forth between those two chords. And then we jump into the pre-chorus, where we've got a C, followed by an E minor, and an A minor. We started off with the C. We've got our first finger on the first fret on the second string, second finger on the second fret on the fourth string, and third finger on the third fret on the fifth string. Once again, we have to mute the sixth string. I once again recommend the thumb. We wrap it around up on the top here and just slightly touch that sixth string. That's our C. The E minor looks like this. We put our second finger onto the second fret on the fifth string and our third finger onto the second fret on the fourth string. We don't have to mute any strings here. We just go down once. So we've got the C, the E minor, and last but not least the A minor, and we already know that chord. We do that twice, and that is the entire pre-chorus. So now let's get into the meat of the song, which is of course the chorus. And the great thing about the chorus is we already know how to play the lead melody. So all we have to take a look at here is the rhythm guitar. And we start things off once again with one of our main three chords, the F. We follow it up with a G. So we've got our first finger on the second fret on the fifth string, second finger on the third fret on the sixth string, and third finger on the third fret on the first string. We go down once, just to check what it should sound like. And of course, we've got the A minor. But how do we play those three chords rhythm-wise? What we do is we start on the F and we go down, up, down. Then we mute the strings like that. Then we go down twice and mute the strings again. So we go like that, and we do that twice. Then we jump onto that G, go down once, and do the exact same thing on the A minor. Then we jump onto that G, and back onto the F. That is all we do. We go down, up, down, down, down on the F, G, down, up, down, 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 A minor, G. and that is the entire chorus, since we already know how to play the lead melody. While playing along to the song, we obviously have to speed it up a bit, but you'll figure that out while playing along to the song. And there's actually only one part left that I will have to show you, and that is this little interlude solo. That's what I'm talking about. And we started off by putting our first finger onto the 10th on the first string and our third finger onto the 12th on the first string. We pick the 12th once, lift the third finger off. Pick the 10th once. Now we put our third finger onto the 13th on the second string. Pick that once as well, lift it off, and put our first finger onto the 10th on the second string. So we go. Now we slide down 2 frets onto the 8th fret on the second string. Pick that once, put our third finger back onto the 10th, and slide up onto the 13th. That is the entire thing. 10, 12 on the first string, 13, 10, 8, 10, 13 on the second string. Now we put our first finger onto the 10th on the first string, and our third finger back onto the 13th on the second string. That's it. Just like that, and that is the entire song. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, drop it a thumbs up, helps me out more than you might think. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down there and that notification bell in order not to miss out on any of the upcoming videos. And yeah, that's it from me today. And as always, I hope that I will see you guys next time.